The phantom bus of Highway 31.
12:13 a.m. Exactly. A deserted national highway. On the CCTV camera, an old white bus appears for just a few seconds, and in the very next frame, it vanishes without a trace. The most baffling part: the camera captures the bus, but at that exact moment, people present on the road cannot see it with the naked eye. Is the camera lying, or human eyes? Over the past 40 years, 31 disappearances associated with this bus have been recorded. But every police investigation ground to a halt at the exact same point, because the bus they were searching for never existed in the first place. The investigation. Documentary filmmaker Aryan Sen set out to investigate this mystery. He gathered government records, old newspapers, accident reports, and witness statements from locals. Every story shared a single common thread. Anyone who boarded the bus never returned. But the stranger part? No one had ever seen a single soul get off it. An elderly man spoke in a trembling voice in front of the camera. The bus doesn't take humans. It only takes those who have already been chosen. When Aryan asked, "Who chooses them?" the old man stared directly into the camera lens and suddenly ran away mid-interview. That very night, the elderly man disappeared forever. Shadows of the past. Aryan discovered an old diary belonging to a bus conductor who had gone missing in 1986. On the final page, a single sentence was written. The bus does not run on the road. It runs inside people's memories. As Aryan read those words, a faint memory from his childhood began to resurface. He remembered being just 7 years old, his mother holding his hand tightly in the dead of night. Standing right before them was that same white bus. His mother kept whispering repeatedly, "Don't look back." And then, the memory cut off. Aryan couldn't tell if it was a nightmare or a suppressed reality. He confronted his mother about it. Her face instantly turned pale. She said only one thing: never take the name of that bus again. A few hours later, Aryan's mother vanished without a trace. The front door was locked from the inside. There were no signs of a struggle in the room. But written on the wall in finger marks were the words, "She has returned. The rendezvous." Now the investigation was personal. Aryan decided he would go to that exact spot on the highway at 12:13 a.m. himself. The night grew heavier. The surrounding forest was eerily silent. Suddenly, a thick fog descended onto the road. Out of the fog, an old white bus slowly emerged. But this time, sitting in every single window was a person staring back at Aryan. And every single face was his own. Old Aryan, child Aryan, injured Aryan, burned Aryan, crying Aryan. It was as if every possible version of his life was trapped inside that bus. The door swung open. There was no driver inside. Only a ticket machine activated itself with a hum, spitting out a ticket. The ticket read, "Passenger name, Aryan Sen journey. Begins August 18th, 1998. August 18th, 1998. The exact date Aryan believed he had seen the bus for the first time as a child, which meant he had been a passenger on that bus all along. The revelation. Aryan stepped inside. The bus set off. The world outside began to warp. The road vanished. Outside every window stood the people who had gone missing over the decades. They were trying desperately to stop the bus, but the bus never stops. Then came the sound of footsteps running across the roof of the bus. Slowly, one by one, the necks of every single passenger twisted 180 degrees backward to look at him, while their bodies remained completely still. In the pitch black, a child's voice echoed, "Mommy, another passenger is here." Aryan looked toward the front, where the driver should have been sat a towering pitch-black figure with no face at all, just an abyss of pure darkness. Without turning around, the figure spoke. "I do not take people away. I bring their unfinished deaths home." In that exact moment, the truth flooded Aryan's mind. In 1998, he and his mother had died in that very bus crash. The life he thought he had been living for the past 28 years wasn't real life at all. It was merely an endless loop of a journey inside the bus. He had never survived the aftermath. The following morning, police recovered a camera left on the highway containing the entire night's footage. Yet nowhere in the video was a bus visible. There was only Aryan standing alone in the dark, before he began stepping up an invisible flight of stairs in thin air and slowly fading away right in front of the lens. Even today, every year on that exact date at 12:13 a.m., a new CCTV camera on that highway records an old white bus for a few fleeting seconds, and by the next,